Okay, so this is our very last business builders call for this session. We'll talk about at the end what happens next, but I wanted to just sort of welcome you, and some of you have been on every call, worked right through to the end of it. That's so exciting. And those that do and have been on all of the calls, or at least have been watching all of and following through with the playbacks, those are the ones that are having success. It's just like anything else if you put the work in. So why don't we do this? I'm going to sort of just put myself on mute so I can focus. I'm going to half listen to you guys, but also just finish that with those new consultants. So Terry's going to lead us through like the what good happened this week. So get ready to share. Brittany, I can't wait to hear yours. Do you have a surprise for me? Sorry, I went on mute when I was still talking. Okay, so good. So you can still tell it, Brittany went. Okay, but Terry, you go ahead. You take over now.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Anna gave me the reins. So we got to make all kind of funny faces. Don't miss teasing. Okay. Sorry, Megan. It's just what I do. Okay. Well, Megan, I'm going to start with you. So since the last call, tell us something good that's happened.
I booked 2 parties, and then I was at a eighth birthday party today for the little girl, and I kind of threw Pampered Chef in there a lot, and 2 of the girls kind of piqued their interest a little bit, so I'm gonna give them a couple days to mull it over, and then if I don't
pique their interest, as in
one as in a party and one as in something else to do because she wants an additional job. So hopefully that will be good.
Good.
And that will be 3 for me.
3 recruits.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right. Yeah, Anna's clapping here. I'll clap loudly for Anna. There you go. Okay, Brittany, I want to hear what you've got to say.
I have 2 solid recruits. One's signing up. I thought it was going to be today, but hopefully tomorrow. And then one in 2 weeks, she's going to start.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, when is your team meeting?
I don't know.
We had it last week.
Oh, yes. Okay, with Anna, this Thursday, my 3rd.
Okay, I was just...
Oh.
Go ahead, Anna.
What did you ask? When's our team meeting? It was last week.
Okay, I was just going to tell her to make sure that she invited even the girl that's not signed up yet, the one for 2 weeks, to the team meeting.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So.
Okay, carry on. Okay.
Thank you. Well, good job, Brittany. Good job. So keep your list going. Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right, my friend. Your name is never right on my thing. Dang it.
It's not, but it's me, isn't it?
Yes, it's you.
It's Shannon.
Shannon. Oh, sorry,
It's
Shannon.
the computer again.
I correct mine every week, and it doesn't stay the same. So who knows?
It's all good. It's all good.
Shannon, tell us your good news.
I have 2 possibles.
Good.
Oh, yeah, look at Anna's face because I didn't tell her about the other one. One from a party last week, and we're talking tomorrow. And then I teach. So the nurse was like, I need to find another job, and I sent her information this weekend, and we're going to talk again this week.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, do you know what their whys are?
Both of them actually, they need the money.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Fabulous. Anything else to share?
Nope.
And just so you know, Anna's not paying attention to her other thing because you said you had recruit leads. So that was all over. Like that, those people are like, what? She can't even unmute fast enough to.
It's all good.
Can you just say, Terry, can you say hi to Grace so she'll go away?
Hi, Grace. 17 days, Grace. 17 days.
All right, go.
All right, Miss Heather, you are up, girl. Tell us something exciting that's happened the past week.
Let's see, the past week. So I don't know if it's really the past week, but I have 5 shows this month. I have, yay, I have 2 recruits. I was talking to Anna. We were messaging back and forth. Like, one of them I've been working on for a while, but she's one of those people who I can't really, I don't want to say push, but like the video the lady posted the other day, like, are you a hunter, are you a gardener thing? Yeah, kind of was thinking about that some, and I'm still watering her, I guess. Yeah, and then I have a second one who, she's like right there, but yeah, still watering for sure. She's she wants to, but I think her husband is the one that's the holdup. So I don't know. So we'll see. And then I met a lady today that I was talking to, and she's very interested. And I asked her if I could get her name and phone number so I could follow up with her and talk to her some more. And I'm not sure if she gave me an incorrect phone number or what, but I emailed her and she emailed me back. So we'll see where it goes. So that's 3 people. So we'll see. But now I have a very awake child who's stuffing his face with a Lunchable. So this is going to be a little difficult for me to follow along, but I will do my best.
I want to ask you a question. So when you get someone's phone number, are you getting their cell phone number or any phone number?
I had her give me 2 phone numbers. I used to do Mary Kay, so I had like these little tent cards where you could fill out like name, phone number, email, everything. So I had like just the the back half of that didn't have my Mary Kay information on it. It was just the back half, like the customer profile information. And I had her fill out the back half of that. That's what I had with me today. And it was both spots. Hey, Parker, mute that, please. Sorry. And it was a spot for both. So she put both numbers. So I don't know. But she did respond to my email. So we'll see. I don't know.
My thought was when they give you their phone number, you know, if we start asking them, so I just want to make sure this is your cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and call you right now. That way you can program me in your phone so that way you know it's me when I call. I know Anna and I met a guy at, what was it, Walgreens, getting those, whatever, we were getting something Disney, and the guy gave her a bad phone number. I mean, it happens. I started to write down my phone number wrong, not intentionally, so you could ask him to put the phone number, so good job.
I gave Elaine my phone number wrong the first time when we were talking. I was giving her my phone number, and I gave it wrong, too, so it does happen, but, you know, like I said, she responded to my email, so that's a good thing, so we'll see how it goes. And then, like, this summer, I'm going to be out in Ohio with my family for most of the summer, so I'm hoping to have different parties to work out there, you know, different crew to work with and stuff, so we'll see.
Awesome. Great job. Well, speaking of Elaine, you're up, Chica.
Hi. I'm eating dinner.
Hey, that's okay. It happens.
Yeah, it does. So this week was quite interesting. I had a host who was very interested in becoming a consultant, asking me tons of questions. And I'm kind of guiding her toward getting the host kit credit at the end so she can apply it toward her kit. And instead, she went on the website and became a consultant within like 5 minutes.
Good.
And she already has, I've already closed her party. She already has a party that's going to be closing before the 15th. And she's got like 7 or 11 booked by now, I think. She's just on fire.
That's awesome. Are these cooking shows or virtual parties or a mix?
It's a mix. I think she said something about she has, I think like 4 live cooking shows and like 6 or 7 virtual parties already booked between June and July.
That's awesome.
She's trying to get more of them in June because she wants to hit her 1250 in her first 30 days. So hopefully, I mean.
That's awesome. Have you? Awesome. I don't. Have you talked to her about Fast Track?
I haven't gone there yet.
Well, get there, girl, because if she's that excited,
yeah,
because it's such a limited.
She was on the Strong Start training tonight.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And I'll follow up with her. I spoke with her this afternoon, made sure she was going. I'll be following up with her to see how she, see what other questions she had.
Awesome. Well, great job.
Yeah, I don't feel like I did much. I'm like, really? Cool.
But you know what? But people are attracted to our personalities,
Mhm.
and when they feel comfortable working with us, that that in itself is doing something.
Well, she attended a party, and then she booked a party from that, and that's when she said, "This is too good to be true," and became a consultant.
That's awesome.
So
Great
I'm
job.
very excited for her.
Hey, Jason, the man, you're up. What's been exciting going on in your Pampered Chef world last week?
Not a whole lot. It's been quiet. I have stuff going on in July and further, but nothing this month. I'm still contacting people, and one's having health issues, and people in the fall, but I'm still trying. It's been
Jason, I love that you said the number one. Is that all the people you've talked to?
No, I said one of them.
Oh.
No, I have my list. I've been working with Anna. I have a list, and I've been going through them all, but it's just always something, and I'm not a real good pusher. I know we watch the Gardener and all that kind of stuff thing, but I'm trying not to push them. Like the one has health issues going on. There's a couple that I want to talk to this week, but school's not over till this week. They're teachers, so I'm kind of waiting till after school because I know the last week's bad. But I've been talking to different people. They all have too many things going on. One has family drama. The other one has health issues. The one wants to wait till August. I have a cooking show I'm doing at a restaurant in July. I did set the date for that. So, and I have a vendor show I'm doing in October. But I'm still trying for this month.
Just keep asking. If you're asking, you know what the one thing is? Ask, not that you're not enthusiastic, but ask with genuine, like, oh my God, this is like any item 60% off. Enthusiasm, double free in July. Because, if they can't get excited with you, I don't know what their problem is.
Yeah, so I'm trying for this month. It's been tough. I'm going to try to hit my sister up and see if I can at least make her do a virtual show, if nothing else.
There you go. There you go. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right. We got Miss Stephanie up next. How has your past week been?
It was pretty good. Definitely not my best week. I kind of fell off the motivation train with my reveal party and floor sets at work, but still working on parties, virtual, and booking for the end of June.
Good job. You know what? We all fall off a little bit of a motivational train sometimes. So the best thing that you can do is just hop back on and just keep going, because that, it happens to everyone. So unfortunately you're not alone, but I'm glad you're back on the train.
Yes.
All right, Jen, what jersey do you have on? Oh, she went away. Oh, there she is. I can't hear you. Can you hear us?
There we go.
Oh, there.
I had to try a few times. Sorry, of course I have to have a Penguins jersey. They're playing tonight.
There you go. All right, go Pens.
I know. Right. You don't have to love them, but it's okay. Thank you for sure.
You know what? I didn't even know hockey still existed in June.
Well, it is the playoffs. We have one more game, maybe. Anyway, I donated a basket to St. Baldrick's.
Okay.
Fundraiser. So I bought a bunch of stuff off the outlet, because I'm like, I don't want to give them stuff that has to have a warranty, Unfortunately, one of my coworkers ended up winning it, and they didn't purchase off the last two parties that I held, like the fundraisers that I did at my location. But hopefully this will, if nothing else, maybe she'll like the stuff and then purchase and or give my information away, because I put like a bunch of host stuff in it as well.
That's a great idea, to put hosting information in the baskets. That's good.
Yeah, so I put like a catalog, a mini catalog, the host month, like the host specials for this month, the guest specials for this month, and for the next month as well, so hopefully I'm hoping for something else.
Do you do a lot of donations like that?
This was the first one I did.
So I stopped giving product away in mine because of that exact reason. So what I do is a gift certificate. I have a little my girlfriend's house bag, and I put all this stuff in there, and then I put a gift certificate, because then that means they have to come back to me in order for them to win their prize.
Yeah.
You know,
I did that for a vendor event, but this was my first like fundraiser that I wanted to donate to.
I still do, and you're still doing a donation. It's still worth a value.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So
it was the first time, so I thought,
there you go. Food for thought. Just food for thought. So,
yeah.
Well, good job.
I did a bunch of the cancer stuff that was on there, so I got like the really cute like high heel shoe slicer and stuff. But I figured it was for kids cancer too, St. Baldrick, so I figured 2 birds with 1 stone, kind of.
Yeah. Well, good. Cool. Anything else you want to share?
I'm working on my new recruits party right now. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your recruit. All right, Miss Katrina, you're up, girl. I know you just put food in your mouth. That's okay. So we'll let you chew. We're just going to watch you eat, because we have nothing else to do. You're the last person to talk to.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. We're working on our bathroom.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, I have one lady who said she's been interested in becoming a consultant, and I've been messaging her. She had booked a party off my one virtual party going on, but then she said she wasn't sure about the money right now. I said, well, have your party, and you can use up to $50 of free money to buy your kit. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. So we were supposed to talk today, but something came up. So she said she's going to call me later this week so I can give her more information. So hopefully that works. But I drove to Biddeford Friday night, which is an hour for me for a party. I'm like, oh boy. But I'm really glad I did, because it's not closed yet. And she has over $1,400 in sales right now. So I know I'm really happy, and 3 parties booked off of it too.
That's awesome.
That was going to be my next question. Good. Any recruit leads there? Did you go as a recruiter?
I tried. I was saying, you can get this everyday rock crawl in your kit and all this stuff, and trying to get people interested. But no, they just want to shop. One lady just wants to shop. The interesting thing, though, is one lady works for the FDA there. So when I said the whole line about shredded cheese having cellulose in it, she's like, yes, but, it's under FDA approval and it's not harmful. I'm like, yeah. So it was interesting that having someone who works for Food and Drug there critiquing. But it went well. She said I did good. And
awesome. That's awesome.
So this might be, she's over 1,400, so it might be 1,500 before she's done. So
that's awesome. Great job.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. So the only downside is I have one virtual party that was supposed to close on the 7th, I think, and she only's got $56 in sales. So I have 2 parties booked off of it, but I can't get her to get any more. She's tried, I've tried, I don't know.
You know what I call that when I have a bad party and I get bookings? A do-over.
Hopefully. I do. If that one had qualified, I would have had my 8 for the month.
Can I tell you what I call a bad party that didn't qualify but had bookings?
What?
A new consultant, because that's why Jen Tagle is here. She attended a party that failed, but she booked a show from me, and now she's here as a consultant with 2 in her organization already.
That's awesome.
So I don't think there's anything. There is no such thing as a failed party if you get a booking from it.
Okay. So
you get a booking, you got business.
I'm trying to get one more for June since this one's not going to qualify, but I had 8. So now
it's only June 11th, guys. I booked 2 shows for June today. Yeah. And I'm gone the last 3 days of June. I'm going to the Veerlings. In case nobody's figured that out yet.
But yeah, other than that, everything's been really good. So I got my 7.5 shows, I guess, now, and more bookings, and I already have 4 for September. So
Good job.
I gotta get July and August filled up. I only have 2 in July, but these ones they didn't want right away. So, but
It'll come.
yep.
Well, good. Did we go through everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, they're watching a really loud movie. Hold on.
Anna's got girls. Just never stops there.
Word. Well, they've got 45 fans going on in there, so they got to turn the TV up like to.
Anna, focus.
What? Okay.
Focus.
So everybody had fabulous stuff going on this week. I'm really excited because are you taking a selfie of me, Jason? Jason, are you taking pictures of me?
That's a good idea, Jason.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he just sent them to me.
Yeah,
No, I'm
great.
just kidding.
Jason and I have been having weekly calls. We have an awful lot of fun. I make him Zoom me so we have coffee together. Right, Jason?
Yes, we do. I'm actually trying to take a picture of the catalog to show the one person that keeps ordering off of me that I'm working on, trying to be a consultant. She keeps ordering stuff, and she says, I need to know what it is. She goes, I think she's talking about the Rock Rock small grill stone that goes on the grill.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Good.
So I'm trying to send a picture of it to her.
Yeah.
Because she can't find her book.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. This is, again, our last call. Welcome, Amy. Amy Hardman's here.
Hi, Amy.
She snuck in.
Do you want to tell us next week?
Sorry, I'm at my
I haven't
nephew.
heard from her.
So
That's okay.
Do you have anything?
Tell us something exciting, girl.
I'm already green for this month.
Good. That's really good. Let's do this. Today we're gonna have our last call. This is our last call of this. So this is number 6. And what the topic is a new consultant strong start. It's sort of like, because we've all been talking about new consultants and getting them. And a lot of you, and regularly, if you recruit somebody, what we usually do is, say, give this to the director. And then, am I cutting in and out? Oh, gosh. Probably because those kids have the Netflix going. Okay. So usually what happens is when you recruit somebody that your director will take over then, right? And usually send it over to your director do the new training and stuff. But again, you guys, we're working on building you guys up directors. So you're going to be taking, taking a lot of these over. But, I think that all of us, it's good for us to know what that philosophy is, what we want to do when we do have new consultants, how to get them off to a great start. So what would you say, what would be a goal? Well, I don't know if I want to ask this question. I'm going to let you guys answer it, but then I'm going to tell you what the answer that I really want you to tell me. So what would you say would be the goal for that we would or we should have for a new consultant starting? What would be our goal for them? Bueller. Who said that?
Me, Amy.
Oh, I'm showing you as muted, but okay, tell me again, Amy, what did you say?
To be qualified quickly, because I think you're qualified quickly, then it can longer start.
Yes. Okay, so get qualified like in their first 30 days?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
Okay.
having getting a lot of bookings, a strong start. Yes.
Good. So get their first 1250, get some good bookings. Good. Good. Anybody else have? Bueller. Shannon, I know you know something. You want to tell me something. I know you do.
I always know something. I think helping people set up systems
Mm-hmm.
and how to host coach
Mm-hmm.
is the big thing
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And how to ask for bookings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not ask, but tell them they're going to book.
I'll tell you, words to use are a big thing. And, you know, what's fun is that you guys have just gone through all of these basics that you're talking about, Shannon. You know, we've just gone through them in the last 6 calls. So, you know, that whole idea of just being personal and those, you know, when you're asking for bookings, that was the conversation I just had with a brand new consultant that was in a downline director team that the director said to me, she's having, she can't, you know, and I kept saying, find out what she's saying, find out what she's saying. And, you know, we went through the numbers. You know, she said, I've asked 25 people and I'm not getting any bookings. And I said, all 25 of them responded to you? Well, about half of them responded. I said, okay, so now we're really out of 12 people. Did they all say no, or did some of them say maybe? And yeah, there's a handful. So, you know, I went into that. If you're just throwing it out there, 1 in 10 is probably going to be, you know, sort of your number. But, you know, again, went into that whole personal, how to talk and ask them real personally. That was where, you know, we were able to change that. So I think words, that's a big thing, Shannon. Yeah.
That and the, you know, the tracker we used to do that had like 100 boxes in it. And every time we asked somebody for the business, the party, that we would write their name in. And that just knowing numbers. Like I didn't know numbers when I started.
Yeah.
And how important those are.
Yeah. So here's what, this is what and I'm going to tell you guys this. Nobody starts this business to fail. So every new consultant that we start, whether they even say, I just want to dub around, I just want to do a little bit, I just love the products, I just want to do, the point of them getting a paycheck is probably, like, really, even if they would admit it or not, is probably one of the most forefront things. So really what we want to say is a good new start, a start for a new consultant equals a paycheck. That needs to be our focus, is we want to help them get a paycheck. And you can tell them that. This is what I want to do. I want to help you to get a paycheck as soon as possible. That to them is going to be success. Okay. Now, one of the things that I always do too, and what you want to make sure, especially when we're talking about new, that strong start, is we want to find out what their goals are, but we also want to find out and make sure that we can paint a big picture for them. Some of them, I think, you know, we have new people that will start, or you'll inform people about the business and they'll ask about it. And I promise you, people think that they only get products. They get paid in products. You know that people sometimes don't even know they get a paycheck. That's, and I don't know if that's like old direct sales or whatever, but that's something. I think that it's always really good to really paint that picture for them. So a consultant new strong start is that we talk about the 72-hour difference, and that should be somewhere. I don't really do that. Do you do it, Terry? Yeah, no. Okay. This is what I'm just going to, because I'm really winging this sort of tonight, because I'm not sure I was thinking I was going to do this training, but I'm going to tell you how I do a new consultant. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So here's how I do a strong start for a new consultant, what I do. When we talk about the first 72 hours, you want to get in touch with them and talk to your new consultant. And again, when you're just starting, if you have not recruited anybody and you're just getting into your first one, a great thing would be to do a 3-way with your director, you, and the new consultant, so we could go through this so you really get a good feel for how this goes. But I always start mine. But this conversation really is, let's start planning your business. I want to help you start planning your business, you know, and sort of get things going. So one of the first things that I ask, and if any of you have been on one of these calls with me, I might have even done this with you, but the first thing that I always ask a new consultant is, you know, we talk about that. If you probably already know them and have some sort of a relationship with them, if they're yours, I usually will jump in if I have not met them and sort of ask, well, what other job, you know, do you have another job? Are you married? You know, where do you live? Do we have kids going on? You know, just sort of to get a feel for them and sort of, again, build that relationship, just like we would with a potential host or, you know, a guest at a party. But then what I'll ask them is, now let me ask, what amount of money, well, usually in the question is, why are they doing Pampered Chef? what do you want from Pampered Chef? Like, why did you decide to do this? You know, and again, I think, because I rely on my Pampered Chef business for our everyday income. My why for Pampered Chef is because if I didn't do this, I'd have to go get another job. Like, we need the income. This is my job. So, but that doesn't mean, we've talked about that in recruiting stuff, that everybody has the same why as you do. You know, not everybody is going to start this like I did 16 years ago to be a stay-at-home mom. That's not, Jason's not doing that, be at home and be a stay-at-home mom, you know? So, you know, everybody does this for a totally different reason. So we have to be ready and be aware of that, you know, of what actually those reasons are. So to find out what it is, you know, maybe it is that they just want to vacation more, or they want to be home with their child more, or they just want something for themselves. But that's the first question, really, is find out why they're doing this. The second thing, and then I do go in, is what amount of money, let me ask you this, what amount of money would get you really excited that you could earn with Pampered Chef a month? And ask them that for a month. How much would it, what would be that number? And I tell them to think, you know, some of them are like, oh, I would really love $2,000, but I'm pretty sure I can't make that with Pampered Chef. Like, I want to know what the number is that they really would love to make. And then ask them, what would that amount of money do for you? If it's $2,000, what would $2,000 extra a month do for your family? What would that mean for you? What, you know, because again, it's really trying to find out where they're coming from. Because your next step is that you want to make sure that they can believe that they can do that. You can believe that they do that, but you want to make sure that they believe that they can do that. So let's say they say, look, we're not going to say 2,000, but let's say usually the answer I usually get is like 500, let's say. And I'll say, okay, so $500. Now let me ask you this. If I had a basket full of bookings, any bookings you wanted to do, people are saying, yep, Jen, I'm ready whenever you want. I just plug me in, I want to book. So if I had a basket of these bookings, how many would you want to do every week? So again, put it in a week for them, because I think that that's easier for people to sort of think, instead of a month, to do it per week. How many would you like to do a week? And then usually what I have is somebody go, well, I could do probably 2 or 3 a week, let's say. And I'll say, oh, that's great, absolutely. So let's say, here's what I want to tell you now, is that an average consultant makes at least $100 a party, about $100 a party. That's normal. It's the national average. It's actually, I think, a little bit higher than that for the national average, because we've said that the national average of a show is forever has been $450, but now it's over $600. So again, at 20% base, they're going to be making more than $100. So just say an average consultant makes about $100 a party. So if you're going out of your house 2 nights a week, or you're doing 2 parties a week, that's 8 shows a month. I would tell them you're probably going to make about $800 to $1,000 a month. Way more than that 500, but we're probably looking at 800 to 1,000. What would that do for your family? Income or sales? Well, if they're doing 2 shows a week, probably 2 shows a week, their income would be an average of 800 to 1,000. Right? Yes?
I just didn't know if Katrina wanted to know, how does someone make $2,000 a month? Was that your question? Okay. I can do some math while Anna's talking, but can I give you the short answer? Promote to director and have your team. I mean, I don't mean it to sound that flippant or easy, but say what, hon?
I'm trying. Nobody.
No. Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm trying to think.
If that was it, or more parties.
Well, I can tell you without doing any numbers, when I was working a full-time job before I promoted to director, I was making around $1,100 a month. And then I promoted to director with just 5. Well, I had I don't want to say just, I have my 5 people. Like I didn't have more than my 5. I quit my job, and I had to bring in a minimum of $1,500 in order to stay home. And I remember, I don't know if I've ever shared this story with you. I remember going into the bathroom where Bales he was taking a shower, and I go, this stinks. My paycheck was only $2,200 from Pampered Chef. And he was like, do you remember what you used to make working a full-time job? You were crabby, you were tired. And how many days a week did you work for this $2,200 check? So that's when I remember my checks going over 2,000 was after I promoted to a director.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you know what? When you've got somebody that right in that initial says, that's what we just had somebody on Elaine's team, Tammy, your new girl. That's what she wants. 1,200. What do I need to do for 1,200? And we talked about that. You could do X amount of shows a month, or you could do 2 shows a week and start recruiting. I mean, that's the second way. We make money in 2 ways: by selling products and helping others get started in the business. Those are the 2 ways we help, and that we can actually make money. So we do talk to them right from the beginning as well. And I'll share a little bit with how we do that too. So those are that, you see sort of how you're painting that picture. You're also finding out if their goals and everything are realistic as well. Because if you've got somebody that says, yeah, I want to make $2,000 a month, but yeah, I could probably do like 2 shows a month, then you can sort of back it up. For the most part, though, I find it's the other way around. It's either right online, like, that they want to do a show a week and they want to make about $400, $300 a month. So that's right online. Or they'll say, I want to make $400 a month, but I want to go and I want to go in and do, a lot more and make that. So that's where, again, it's all about them. It's all about finding out what they want. I've always said to new consultants that there's no wrong answer. Whatever you tell me you want to do is what I'm going to help you do. So again, all of you on this call want more from your business. You want to build it. So that's what these training programs are here. I'm doing this. Carrie's doing this. Elaine's with us directors. We're doing this to help you guys be able to do that. Now, those consultants that just want to do 2 a month, they don't need this. And I give them whatever support they need. And I celebrate them when they're successful with what they do, if they meet their goals. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you definitely want to, in that first call, start talking to them about recruiting. We've talked about on that recruiting call last week, remember we talked about not being a big deal? This is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And we've talked about it, Megan, with asking people. I know Megan and I were talking a little bit this week about, asking hosts. And I know Misty was concerned about how to talk about it and stuff. But again, if we get out of our own head that this is not a big deal. But here's the cool thing. If you have a brand new consultant that has no idea about anything and you make recruiting just another possibility right from the beginning, and just another just not just a possibility, but that it's just normal to recruit and to offer this opportunity, it's just part of the job, that you're setting them up to be that much more successful. So to talk about recruiting right from the beginning and to say this is the second way that we have to offer and to actually earn money. Yes, Terry.
So I have on my wall the triangle. It's belief equals actions, actions equals results, and then your results go back to belief. And I think sometimes our belief sometimes is, I don't want to say broken, but why aren't we? Why aren't we from the beginning? Do we not believe that other people will join a person brand new in the business? Are we afraid? I mean, is something holding you back from asking a new consultant or telling a new consultant that it's their job? I know Anna and I have been around for a long time, and way back in the day, we didn't talk about recruiting. And what a shame, because I'm sure there were almost a year worth of people that I never even offered it to, and there might have been someone that needed it. So, we just need to, we need to believe ourselves, and we need to be so strong in our belief that it oozes out to them and that they believe. Because I think it's like a dog can smell fear. A new consultant can smell hesitation when we kind of half talk about something.
I agree. I think that that's great. Well, I'll tell you that brand new consultants, though, and I will tell them this right from the beginning, a lot of times brand new consultants will keep from doing and talking about, and some of you can probably relate, will keep from talking about the business opportunity because they have no idea what they're doing yet. So a lot of times that's what I'll have. So I assure them right from the beginning and tell them the same thing, Terry, I'm very passionate that there are people out there that this could change their life. And the problem is that if you're not asking them, they don't know whether it is. And I don't want you not feeling like you know what you're doing to keep them from having this opportunity. So the words to use are when you ask somebody, hey, you know, I know you're looking for some extra money. I'm loving this. I'm so excited about getting started. Why don't you do it with me? Have you thought about doing this? When they say, yeah, maybe I want some more information, the next thing to say is what I tell them. The next thing to tell them is, hey, let me do this. I'm brand new. We have one of the girls that helped me, or Jason, one of the guys that helped me get started, give you a call and be able to give you that kind of information. So tell them that right from the beginning. A lot of times, if you think you can recite it well, only if you can recite it well, but no, really, if you just want to do it. The chocolate chip cookie story, tell them the chocolate cookie story. Know about how you want to offer. If you don't know what that is, you need to watch the replay from last week. But the chocolate chip cookie story, all about just offering it. You tell them that and make sure that they know and to see that opportunity is there, and that's all they're doing is offering cookies. And that goes for bookings as well, to do the same kind of thing. So on this first, yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask a question. So, am I getting feedback?
I'm not hearing it.
Oh, it's just on my side. Okay, I was not listening to myself. Okay. Now I just forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. Oh, Jason, is that funny? Ha ha ha. You're going to get old someday too.
You're on mute, Jason. We can't hear you. So whatever you're mumbling under your breath at Terry. You're still on mute. I'm going to unmute.
It's funny.
Yeah, probably why it's funny. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, it's funny, but I do the same thing all the time. And I'm already there. I'm old.
So what I started to think about was maybe, Anna, what do you think about this idea? Because I've had that same thing happen where a new consultant is like, I don't even know what I'm doing. You know, I guess at that point, should we do a scale of 1 to 10? What are you excited about? Where are you excited about with starting your new business? And ask them what they're excited about. You know, because I mean, obviously they've had faith in us.
Well,
to sign up with us.
Yeah, and I think that that's something but I think that what's going to happen is their excitement is going to shine through. So when I have a new consultant that says, oh my gosh, I don't even want to start talking about recruiting. There's somebody on, Kristen as Alzita. She said that. I can't, I got to get over like what I'm doing now, or, you know, that whole, I don't even know what I'm doing. I tell them exactly. Then you give them to me. It's my responsibility until you're a director to train them, until you've decided to be a trainer, until you've decided to be a director and to get that. It's my responsibility as your director to do all of their training. You don't need to know what you're doing. You just find them for me and let me help you, and I'll get them signed up for you and do all that. So that's what I tell them. And then when I've got somebody that's, you know, is interested, I think, in building, I'm going to pull them in on that training a lot. We do that a lot. I know Elaine, you know, in the director, you know, I do that all the time with my directors now. I just was doing that with one of the directors about those words. I was just talking to that consultant about giving her words to say and talking her through the whole, I can't get bookings. So I'm copying and pasting that whole conversation. So she has that. I want her to see how I took that conversation through. So that's what I would do with new consultants that had that concern. So here's how, again, let's just talk about this, because I don't want this to be really hard, and I don't think it needs to be really drawn out. I think that when we talk about systems, just like we've done with post-coaching and we've talked with everything else, so this is where your 72 hours, this is when you're going to get a new consultant. You're going to have this first conversation with them. You're going to find out why they started Pampered Chef, how much money they want to make, how many shows they want to do, and you're going to tell them about recruiting. You want to mention the fast track. Listen, money's a big thing to you. You know, if you become a director, if we get 5 people, you know, if you get 5 people under you, if help 5 people start their business within your first 90 days, you're going to get that $500 check, a $500 bonus, and all of the other fun stuff. And then, to talk about that, the next thing then, and I think one of you said, again, the best way that we can do to help them get to their paycheck is to help them get bookings. Who, has anybody ever done a grand opening for someone? We lost, yes, Shannon has, our directors, we lost Megan Trundy, because Megan has recently, she just did 2 launch parties. There is a mixed bag of whether through the Pampered Chef world, whether they're worth doing or not or whatever. I love doing them. I know some consultants will, instead of doing a launch or a new do a party like that, they'll actually just have the new consultant come to their party and just, you know, to shadow instead. But I love doing launch parties because I love to introduce them to their family and friends as a new consultant, but I also love working it and getting them those first bookings and finding recruit leads from them too. So I really enjoy doing a launch party, but there's that first launch. If we're looking at helping them get that $1,250 in sales in their first 6 weeks, but yeah, it's about 5 to 6 weeks, right? Is that 30 days? How many shows would you think that you need to goal them for to get for their first 30 days? Katrina says 3, Terry says 4, 5, 4, yeah. So, I mean, I think that you want to make sure that you know, it's just like anything else. We want to overbook. So I would think at least, you know, 4 to 5, you know, if you could get them to do 1 a week, you know, then I think that that would be a really great thing to get them on. You know, the kind of thing that we talk about too, we've talked about this from the beginning. I don't think that we need to talk about how to get bookings. I don't think we need to talk about how to train them on host coaching, how to do all that. Host coaching, again, you're not going to do that until they've got bookings. Bookings are the first thing. We've got it. We can't do anything until we've got the bookings. But you guys have just gone through all of that training. You guys know how to train them to get bookings because you just have been going through it. You guys have just been trained on how to get bookings and what the words to say. But again, to reassure them too that whatever they do today is going to business in 60 to 90 days. So not to expect they want to do 2 shows a week, not to expect that they're going to have shows a week within their first 6 weeks. That would be great, and some consultants do have that, but don't let them be discouraged if that's what's going to happen. What Terry was saying, we were talking about numbers, how that means a big thing, to let them know 1 in 7 to 10 are actually going to say yes when you ask them. So don't get discouraged. When we've got a new consultant that says, you know, oh my gosh, I've asked everybody, I can't get any bookings, I'm all done, I can't do this, I suck at this. And you ask them, well, how many people have you asked? And they say 3. You know, it's not enough. You know, so I think to really, you know, help them to sort of work through that as well. And that's going to be those words to sort of help them get off to the good start. So what other comments or questions? Terry, anything else you think? I mean, this is where, I think that Strong Start stuff, we can talk about what to do, but again, as you get new people, we're going to be doing Strong Start with your new consultants together. So I know Jen with Jason, we've done it together with, you know, but now with Erin, you're sort of taking her on your own, right? Or Elaine, are you working with Erin too with her?
I haven't started yet. I guess I still need more training on how to be a director.
Yeah, no, you don't. Stop saying that. But no, but I think Jen
stop telling me that.
But I think Jen has taken that, you know what I mean? But I think Jen feels comfortable because we've been through it. You know what I mean? We sort of went through Strong Start with her. We went through it together with Jason, you know, and so she's sort of, you know, able to take on with Erin and set up her launch party and do all that kind of stuff too. So you know, that's how
I have communicated with Jen to see if she's done these things with Erin.
Yeah.
To make sure that they were being done.
Yeah.
But Jen has been doing them.
Yeah.
So
But in that, and I guess that's the point, is that they, once for those of you that haven't recruited somebody yet, or we haven't really worked it up, like, I don't think we need to go through all because we will work through this part of it with you. We're not just going to say, okay, Heather, you've got new people, just go with them and, they're yours, take them and do that. That won't happen.
So Elaine, you know how when you first started doing parties and you felt a little bit uneasy, and then the more parties you did, I wonder what Anna was laughing at, sorry.
Katrina's son with the goggles on.
Yeah, I see that now. So you know how the more parties you did, the more comfortable you got. Maybe at your first 2 to 5, 10 parties, you weren't perfect, but you kind of, after you walked out of the show, you said, oh, what could I have done better? That is exactly what you're doing when you're working with your new consultants. It's never going to be perfect. And as long as you are building that relationship with them and working with them, that's the most important thing. We all have to remember this is a relationship business.
Yes.
And there are people that have stayed on my team personally just because of the relationship we have. Not necessarily super performers or anything like that. So don't be afraid to mess up. Just know, go in and with your heart, be willing to help them and ask for the guidance when you feel like you're like, what do I do? So you'll be fine.
I'm really comfortable doing that with the people that are currently on my team, and of course Cammie, I just signed up, and she and I have been communicating a lot. I guess I don't know. Like you said, being a director, it's a learning curve. It's just like becoming a consultant. As a consultant, you have to learn, okay, what is this business all about? What is expected of me? How do I become successful at having parties and at recruiting and at getting bookings? And then when you become a director, it's like, okay, now what's expected of me? And the list is different. What's expected of me, administratively? What's expected of me to help my team? What's expected of me when a new consultant comes on? And so I'm in this learning curve right now on how to become a director. It took me several months to figure out how to become a consultant.
Well, just remember, keep it simple. I think a lot of people overthink it. If your basic responsibilities are, first off, number one, your business, because if your business isn't strong, you can't help anybody else. Pull your oxygen mask and put it on you first. Then, just touching base with your consultants and helping them become comfortable in their own skin and their own shoes. And that is your main job, is helping them. I mean, so once they start standing on their own 2 feet, you've helped them get there, and they have to help themselves too.
Right.
So, and I think if you just think about just that, help yourself, help them, help themselves, the rest of all the director stuff will all fall in place, because you don't need to overthink it. And you've got a fantastic director team. So
I know I do. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this, because what time is it? We're going to watch the time. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock. So let's talk about what happens now. So we're at our last call. Oh, there's the baby. Hello. Hi. Oh, he's so cute. And he's all naked.
This is why every time I tell Anna I've got a surprise, she goes, are you pregnant? No, Anna. No.
One of the, let's talk about what happens now. So we've gone through the 6-week training. We will be starting next Sunday, the next one. I have found a lot of success in doing these right back to back. So if you've been through it once, you are welcome and invited to go through it again. And what I find is that those who went through it the first time and were really focused on bookings and filling their calendar, which was wonderful, by the time we go in around the second one, you're listening, maybe you'll hear things differently. A different director will do the training. But then what happens too is you might be more focused from the beginning on the recruiting. So that's what I know. Elaine went through it, and first and second, and by the end of the second, she became a director. Ashley Dorso became pulled a director right out of the first one. It's just that's where we really find that for those of you that are really like focused on it. If you've already been through it twice, then you're out. Like, you can't do it again. Like, that's just sort of the rule. But that does not mean that we'll stop working with you. Like, we're going to continue. Like, if we still want to have weekly calls, if you want us to do that, that's fine. But I think we've just sort of put like you get to go through 2 times, and then you're out. But what we'll do is, again, we'll schedule coaching calls. You can let me know if that's what you want to do to continue to work with you to grow it. Because sometimes we still need that sort of accountability. That's what I think a lot of people are thriving off of on these weekly calls, to be able to have that, to touch base and stuff. I'm going to tell you too, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's the summer, things are a little bit crazy. Those go through this during the summer will end up so much stronger, because it is easy to get sidetracked in summer. It's easy to get distracted. Even if you've got to go back and watch recordings, a couple times, you guys know that you get so much more out of it by being here live. But I will tell you that it'll be definitely worth it to pick it up and go through, because this would take us 6 weeks. It's going to take us right into probably end of July, close to the end of July. So you'll be going right through the heat of it. But then what's going to be great is you're going to be set up for August, going right into the new year, the new fall school.
Are we off the Sunday of July 4th?
Yes, I will look at the schedule to figure out what, and we'll put a date that will probably, that week we'll adjust things. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we are with that. What I will do is I'll have each of the directors reach out to those on their team, that if you're able to do it again, to make sure that you want to be a part of it again. And then we'll get started from the beginning next week. Then we'll also, I'll be in touch with anybody that's been through it twice to be able to make a plan of how we're going to keep working as well. So anybody have any thoughts or concerns? Or I've had people go through it once, and then the second time you're like, yeah, it's too busy, I don't feel like doing it. And that's fine. Whatever you guys want to do. Again, this is here for you. So whatever you want to do is the right answer. We just want to make sure. But we'll do that this week to reach out. But I'm really excited about all, of course, all of the recruit leads and stuff too. Miss came on. Did you go as a recruiter?
I'm not a recruit!
You did not!
You will not believe this, but my show was at 2 and I'm just leaving.
What happened?
I did your damn poem!
Yeah. You did the tally game, and what happened?
And I got a recruit.
Did she sign tonight?
No, but we are doing her grand opening party is going to be, we're going to do her part. That's why I had to call you about. I didn't even know what time it is. I just got the car.
But she's all freaking.
Oh my God, that face is there on screen. I'm
screenshot that face. Saw it was 8. Holy shit! My husband, I can't believe he hasn't called me to ask me where the hell I'm at. Is this the longest party in history? 2 to 8? 1. I got there at 1.
But you've got to recruit. Good for you, because you went as a recruiter, didn't you, Misty?
Yes.
See?
No, I went scared as shit. And I just swore that I was going to ask everybody today, and I was going to do that tally thing. And they had a ball with the tally thing. And in all actuality, what?
Did you call it a
what?
A whacker?
Tally whacker? No. You guys, I am like, I cannot even believe this. I can't believe it's 8:05 and I haven't even had lunch today.
But you have a recruit, Misty, so it's worth starving a little bit.
Yeah. I have a recruit. Oh my God. And in all actuality, I checked her out. Okay, so I could kind of tell that she was into it, but when I checked her out, she didn't, I said, I went through the whole thing. She didn't even want to do a party. And then I just made myself ask everybody if they were interested in any information about the business opportunity. And she's like, no. And then the night progressed and we kept talking and she goes, okay, I want to know more about being a consultant. And I'm like, all right. And so we just started. And so I said, July's double hostess. So we're going to do her party. We're going to do her party first and get her double hostess, and she's signing then. So I'm not, I guess in all actuality, I can't say I have a recruit until they've signed, but I'm not worried.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is the closest I've ever been. So Jesus says, I got to take it as what it is.
That's awesome. But you know what? You went and you informed about the business opportunity. You talked about it and you asked everybody. You did the inviting. That's all it takes.
Yeah, it was awesome. And
how does it feel to change your attitude and go in and have results?
I don't know. I guess I feel a little more confident than I did, at 1:00 today. And so I think each time it's going to get better because I asked everyone, even the 70-year-old mother-in-law. I asked everyone.
Good.
Because she might need income too.
Hey, come on. I'm telling you, I'm not like this big Bible thumper, but I'm telling you, God led me to this house today because I did not know the girl that I was doing the party for. She had just booked through another party, and she did not come to that party. It was just an order that I reached out to. Long story short, there are many, many things in this situation today that God led me there for a reason because it's way more than just this consultant. Mm-hmm. This recruit. It has things to do with my sister, things to do with my oldest son that's going through some things, and it's strange. Mm. And all I can say is I'm praying tonight because God meant for me to be there.
Well, I am a Bible thumper, and that is right. I say that at every party, it doesn't matter what. I always say this is my ministry. This is why I go into people's homes, and I pray every time I go, and I've told Terry that. I don't care if there's 2 people there or there's 10. I'll say, God, there's some reason why you want me at this party tonight. There's somebody here that I can, that you want me to touch, to affect, to have some sort of an effect. It may be just making somebody feel really good tonight or making them just have a great time, or like it might have something to do for you. But I absolutely believe we go into everybody's home and we're going to a very vulnerable place in their home too, the kitchen. It's hard for women to let other people in their kitchen, period, let alone a man, but let Jason go into their kitchen. But I'll tell you that you go in a very vulnerable place, and there is a reason why there are people put in our life, and especially in this place, just to get back and make something. So I absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
So, amazing. Well, I'm so glad you jumped on. Like, we literally were just ready to close it up. So I'm so glad that
I know. I was like pushing quickly because I figured I had already missed it, and I was upset that I'd let you guys down. And I'm like, I've got to tell Terry why I've missed the call, and she didn't answer. And I'm like, okay, I got to get on there. They've got to know that I didn't miss it on purpose. Hell, I didn't even know it was 8:00. I mean, it was the longest party ever.
Yeah. And I thought she was getting ready to F-bomb.
No. Don't. We got babies and little kids on the call, Misty.
Sorry, yeah. I tend to be a little bit of a sailor, but it's been...
That's why she's on my team.
Yeah. But that tally thing, I'm telling you, if you're not doing it, I think... Not that I don't think the ticket game doesn't work. I think that works for people. I know that works for you, Terry, because it worked to get me on. This works for the person person that is having a hard time doing that, to maybe start. Maybe this is where I've got to start. Maybe I'll end up 2 years from now doing the ticket game. But was easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was exciting for me to read it. It was fun for me to read it. They enjoyed it. And when the question came about the business, they wanted the extra points, and they did ask.
Mm-hmm.
But you just said it. It was exciting even for you. And that's what you guys all need. It doesn't make a difference what works for Anna, what works for me, what works for anybody. You have to find what works for you. And you have to try different things till you find your thing. And if that excited you, then that's perfect. Bring that to the meeting tomorrow. And when we hop off here, you can call me on the phone and you can pee your pants excited on the phone with me. Sorry I didn't take your call.
Oh, no problem. I wanted to share it with Anna too, and everybody, because I just...
It's perfect place.
Yeah.
Perfect. We said that at the beginning. I said, Misty had a party today. She was supposed to be going as a recruiter, so we didn't hear that happen. So that's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's just getting over. I'm scared to go home. I'm afraid my husband's going to rip me a new one as to why the hell I'm not home and I didn't make dinner and, did I not care about my family? I can hear it now. Boy, man. Oh, well.
We're excited for you. Thanks for coming on, Misty.
Thanks.
So, okay, guys, so let's do this. So I will, yes, I do, Katrina. I use it all the time because there's always people that don't. And so it doesn't matter if it's the same group of people. I'll say, okay, we're going to play the tally game. And you know what? They always go, oh my gosh, I forgot to wear my buttons. That's what they'll always say. And I'm like, see, there's never any, nobody ever gets to, leg up because they didn't. So, and if anything, they might book a party or they'll ask more questions because now they know how it's played. And that's the whole thing with the tally game. It might not even be the person that asked the question that hears the answer and says, this could be for me. You know what I mean? That's why the tally game or those ticket games are so good, is that conversation gets going and you get that information out. So I love it. Good. So exciting. A great place to start to end off this call. So I will post the recording. Again, I will reach out to each of you in the next couple days to sort of see where you want to go with this training and to figure out, or else your directors will. And then we'll probably be adding some other new people into. If you have a new consultant on your team that you think would be really good at this, that this would be something that they're interested in, definitely ask them, or let your director know, and we can get them on board as well. So, okay, I think we're gonna have a good June, guys. I can feel it. All right, have a great night. Thank you all.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you, Anna.
Bye. Thank you.